battle has just begun!
Hello. Is this thing on? I think this is on. Hey, this is Robotnik. Everybody, and let's celebrate because we have more NU matches that you didn't ask for. I have taken the liberty of breaking down and rebuilding my Malamar team once again. Was this the 5th time? This really shows how much of a struggle I'm having with NU. NU these days, I actually kind of feel like RU is more like what NU used to be than NU. Like, there's such a deep divide of Pokemon in NU. And at least in RU, there are like, what are there, like 30 really solid Pokemon? Like, I feel like no one is really left out in RU, even though it does include Pokemon more powerful than you would imagine to be there. But anyway, these are really fun matches, and I'll explain the team a little bit. I'll explain. I have Specs Wheezing, Ludicolo, Swift Swim, Rain Dance, White Lens, Hydro Pump, Blizzard. You know, it's the Ludicolo I've been using for years. Ludicolo is a decent-ish check to Feraligatr. I mean, like, Feraligator's not going to die to 1 Giga Drain because he's a bulky motherfucker. But, you know, Ludicolo can take a water hit because he quad resisted. And Wheezing is there for the bugs and the fairies. And I feel like Specs Wheezing was kind of what I was trying to do with Vileplume all along. You know, max special attack, assault vest, trying to make it really tanky, and I really wanted fire coverage on Vileplume, which works fine, but Wheezing's resistance to bug and fairy is more useful, and it can learn the flamethrower, which is obviously gonna get more damage, more power than your Boggo hidden power, which only does 60 these days. And Swellow is here to kill those fucking Hariyamas, because fuck those guys. And just to sweep in general. And it's kind of interesting, because, like, if you guys have been subscribed to me long, you will kind of realize that this is kind of a mixture of, like, 3 of my NU teams. Like, there's the Malamar team, of course, which is very recent. There's Ludicolo, who is a shining star in my Articuno team, where I had a Liepard with Rain Dance. For some reason, Showdown lost that team. I'll have to remake it. I had like a max special attack Articuno with Hurricane, and it would be fun to remake that, actually. And I could use Xatu, and that would probably be fucking great. And Ludicolo was there because, you know, Rain, Ludicolo, it's good stuff. And Swellow is in a big player and perhaps one of my oldest NU teams, which was my Entry Hazard Garbodor team, where I had Misdreavus, Bastodon, Garbodor, Swellow, Torterra, and Wailord, of course, Scarf Wailord. Yeah. So, and then there's Necessity Torkoal for spinning and Stealth Rock and forcing switches with Yawn and burning people. He's really good. He's always good. And then there's this guy. Well, yeah. Let's just get into this. So he's going to leave a sock. I predict the turn 1 knockoff because I fucking dare you to go close combat on turn 1. Nobody does it. So the best person I have to take knockoff, unfortunately, is Pangoro. A parting shot, go into Torkoal, get it rocks for free. Miltank comes in, he poisons me as I force a switch with Yawn, which is fine. And now I'm going to switch into Wheezing because I know he's going to switch out. And it's kind of a decent switch because Specs Wheezing does a ton of damage to Mismagius. And this is obviously some kind of bulky Mismagius with Will-O-Wisp and leftovers. Probably the only real way to run Mismagius, which is really sad. I don't know. And Swallow is another status absorber, because when I was using Malamar teams, I felt like Will-O-Wisp was a huge problem. But having 2 status absorbers with, like, Torkoal can take a Will-O-Wisp for days, Weezing doesn't mind a Will-O-Wisp, and Swallow benefits from Will-O-Wisp, so, like, that's, yeah, I feel like this team is really good. So I'm not going to get flinched by the waterfall. I'm going to yawn the for alligators to inhibit his setup, which is great. Now I can go for a free attack because he just switches out. Because yawn forces switches. Not always, but if you stay in, you'll fall asleep. So it's a win-win. So I get the burn on Miltank, which is really nice. Pangoro's in, and I'm just going to Storm Throw, take out this Rotom fan. And Smegus is going to come back in. I know Dazzling Gleam is a thing, so I'm going to go into Weezing. Another thing I love about this team, I got 2 big middle fingers to fairy types, because they're starting to creep up in NU. Like, I still haven't seen one, amazingly, but Slurpuff is NU. And as long as Slurpuff and Gator are NU, yeah, having some fairy defense is going to be nice. And Pangoro is doing a lot of work even without a scarf. As it's just, you know... Oh, yeah, Parting Shot. Yeah. How do you like that, bitch? And that Parting Shot is going to allow me to set up with Ludicolo. And this is a really confusing turn, because this Mesprit is slower than my Ludicolo. And I don't know how that is. Like, he was carrying Choice Specs, but still. Like, I am a max neutral speed Ludicolo, but... yeah. So... because I outspeed him, I get up the rain, and then he tricks me the specs, and because he moved last, that allows me to select a new attack, which, like, so, he just helped me out by giving me a specs, and that means I can just Hydro Pump sweep everything, including for Alligator, and then he forfeits, so that's cool. And this is going to be the next battle. This is a very, very good battle, which I enjoyed. So Zebstrike is going to be in here. I'm going to lead Ludicolo because I was thinking Armaldo might lead off. I'm going to go Blizzard in case he wants to switch in Vileplume, and I get the freeze on Armaldo. And this matches Haxia's balls. He's got a Scarf Swanna, by the way, which I didn't see coming, but I kind of thought it was Specs, actually, because that's a max special defensive Torkoal, but I underestimate Swanna. Yeah, I guess it has more special attack than I realize, and he's just going to take out Torkoal as I get up rocks, and I'm going to protect as she switches out, probably not wanting to miss a Hurricane, because she hit 3, and that's pretty phantasmical. So I'm going to U-turn as she switches into Spiritomb. Pangoro gets the kill with Scrappy Storm Throw. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. So Vileplume's in, and Weezing is actually a really, really, really great check to Vileplume, as I could have gone Flamethrower here and just fucking killed it, and that would have been awesome. I should do that next time. But I honestly, like, this is the first time I've seen Weezing versus Vileplume in a long time, so I mean, like, all Vileplumes are defensive these days, so Flamethrower, Specs Flamethrower, judging from the range, that Sludge Bomb, the damage range, that would have clean taken it out. That would have been great. Unfortunately, though, he's going to land Sleep Powder, and Weezing is going to be asleep for 3 turns, and then I die. And then Pangoro, he's gonna try to finish off the Vileplume. Weezing should have gone Flamethrower, because you're breaking my balls here, Vileplume, as the fucking Effect Spore is going to put Pangoro to sleep, and Vileplume just gets healed all the way, because Vileplume is a massive dick. But I know he's probably going to go Giga Drain, because he keeps doing it, so I'm going to go into Swallow here. And Swallow does kill Vileplume, as well as Hariyama, as well as Shiftry. Although, actually, Shiftry could probably kill it quite easily with Sucker Punch, so I don't know. I'll have to cross that road when I get to it. But Swanna is going to reveal its Specs, or not Specs, Scarf. He's going to reveal his item as Specs here, and just take out Swallow, which is really unfortunate, but you know, that's a good play. Like, I just didn't see it coming. So I'm going to fling my Iron Ball, because I felt like I needed the extra power to kill his Vileplume, and he switches in the guy. Then he misses with Overheat and Sub Strike. I'm not sure how much that mattered. I had over half health, so I probably would have lived it. It's unstab. I mean, like, maybe he was a spec Sub Striker. And I make kind of a misplay here, as I should have gone Psycho Cut, because in the back of my mind I thought he would try to block a superpower with Vileplume, and then my Trick Room ends, and then he just leaves. Like, he didn't forfeit, he just left. Which I don't I don't see the point, because he actually could have won with Vileplume. Like, I was slower than him in Trick Room, miraculously, since I had a 0 speed IV, so Vileplume could have put on that sleep powder, and then my life would have been kind of hell. But I did still have a Scarf Pangoro, which would have maybe swept? Maybe? I mean, like, did Crunch even do 40% to Vileplume? I don't think it did. I think it did like 30-something, because defensive Vileplume is really good, and Pangoro is very underwhelming. Poor Pangoro. I do love him, though. He's very quickly become one of my favorites. It's really sad, because when Pangoro was released, or when it was like shown off as a new Pokemon, yeah, it did 32.4%. That's exactly as much as I thought. When it was shown off as a new Pokemon, I knew it was going to be one of those shitty bear Pokemon, because the bear Pokemon never have it easy. They always make them really bad. Ursaring is probably the best one, really. So this is going to be the final match. This is a very special match I had with the Sex Master himself. And let's just get right into it. He wanted to test his team. He's going to lead with his Anal Penetrator, as I lead with the wrong Pokemon, because I thought he would lead with Golurk. But he probably has Water Absorb Mantine, so that kind of works out. So as he gets Switch Advantage, and this is something... I missed my Thunder, and then he kills me with Scald. But in the comments, guys, is Smash Pass banned in NU? Was that like a glitch? I am 100% sure Smash Pass is banned in NU. Like, I'm being very serious right now. But for some reason, Showdown allows it in this friendly match we're having. So I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. They did ban Baton Pass in some ways. I'm not sure about. Like, so like like why is that even possible in NU? Because that's just fucked. It is so fucked. But I do have Swallow. He's going to be faster than a +2 Vileplume, and this is why Swallow's on the team. As he almost kills himself, taking down the Mantine, which is fine. The Malamar's in. I'm going to Trick Room and fling that Iron Ball, and yeah. That's why we have Iron Ball, kids. So I can be slowest in Trick Room and kill threats like that. And the monkey comes in, kill that guy. And Vileplume comes in, go for the Psycho Cut. And it's not going to be enough, because Adamant Max Attack Malamar isn't enough to take down defensive Vileplume. And yeah, defensive Vileplume is going to cause me more problems again. I can switch into Pangoro. I know I can eat an attack. Unfortunately, I get the poison, but, you know, whatever. Gonna take him down. Go for Crunch, and Huge Dickhole is going to start smashing again. And there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I was hoping he would go for 2 smashes, like predicting me to switch out or something, because that seemed like something that that the Sax Man would do. But no, he stays in. He does a smart play. Thankfully, though, Ludicolo has enough natural special defensive bulk to take a +2 Ice Beam. But yeah, not great. It's going to come down to this, if he has Quick Attack or not. He's going Protect. That means he doesn't have Quick Attack. That means I have a chance, but he's going to go for the double Protect, and he's going to actually get it, which means I'm going to die to my own Toxic Orb, and that is the match. So the match won on a coin flip there. Do not most Zangoose carry Quick Attack? I believe they do, but I guess some of them don't. They carry Protect, like Facade, Night Slash, Close Combat. That makes sense. So, I don't know. Good match, Nick. Nick Saxerman, Hunter Axel, the worst Mega Man X character ever. And this is kind of a long one again, but I think you guys like this shit, so it'll work. But yeah, I'll see you later. YouTube.